Welcome back to the Relaxing Ghosts channel here on YouTube. Today we have the WWE Rebellion pay-per-view collection. So Rebellion was a UK exclusive pay-per-view from 1999 through 2002. These pay-per-views only lasted 4 years. So we got a couple VHS tapes and a couple of DVDs here. So I hope you guys enjoy this one. So the first one up here is going to be from 1999. And honestly, I really like this this pay-per-view. Yeah, they kind of stuck with the same logo for the 4 years, which I'm always a fan of continuity with logos, with pay-per-views. And they use this kind of fist logo with the backwards E. So this was October 2nd, 1999 from Birmingham, UK. You got Jarrett, Chyna, Kane, Big Show, and then The Rock and Triple H. Very cool logo. Very nice spine. And we do have the WWF home video logo with the blue kind of scratch logo designed. Show you the tape. So yes, these are about 3 hours long. It's like a traditional pay-per-view, just never aired in the US at the time, I guess. And then here we have different screenshots. We got D'Lo Brown and Jarrett, the British Bulldog wrestling in jeans. And then our main event, which was Triple H and The Rock in a steel cage. Let's run down some of these other matches here. We had a Fatal 4-Way for the women's title. Ivory, Tori, Jacqueline, and Luna. Godfather versus Gangrel. Val Venus versus Mark Henry. A 3-team elimination match. Edge and Christian versus the Hollies versus the Acolytes. Kane versus the Big Show. An IC title match. Jeff Jarrett versus D'Lo Brown. Chris Jericho with Curtis Hughes versus the Road Dogg, X-Pac versus the Bulldog, and then Triple H with Chyna versus The Rock. Very good pay-per-view overall. Next up here from 2000, another cool cover. You know, I always like these kind of poster, kind of artworky covers. And I'm a fan of this kind of vertical logo. So we got Biker Taker, The Rock, Lita, Kurt Angle, and Trish. Never before seen in the US. Again, 2000, our blue home video logo. Very cool. Very cool tape. And then here we got a shot from SmackDown with Angle and The Rock, Jericho and Kane. Got the Dudleys. Who are the Dudleys facing here? TNA and Edge and Christian. Got Chyna and Eddie. So this one is about 3 hours as well. Got Bradshaw versus Val Venus. The One Billy Gunn and Chyna versus Guerrero and Malenko. Steve Blackman versus Perry Saturn. European title match. We got our women's title match. Ivory versus Lita. Chris Jericho versus Kane. We got another tag title match. The Hardys versus RTC. Undertaker versus Chris Benoit. And a Fatal 4-Way match for the WWF Championship. Kurt Angle, Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, and Rikishi. This was right before Armageddon 2000. Give you a little time frame on that. And our DVD. I love this cover here with the kind of Union Jack in the fist. Another vertical logo here. Again, never seen in the USA. We got Austin, Rock, Angle, Jericho. This is kind of your Vengeance main event. This is a couple of weeks prior to Survivor Series 2001. Manchester, England. And now we have the WWF standard home video logo. Very cool spine, gold and blue. Disc art. No inserts with a lot of these UK pay-per-views. So expect the unexpected. This was a really good pay-per-view. Again, about 3 hours. And a lot of DVD extras with Angle defecting, The Rock versus Stone Cold Steve Austin, I believe on Raw. The Rock versus Jericho. Taker versus Angle and Austin. Maybe on SmackDown or something. So we got an IC title match in a steel cage. Edge versus Christian. That was in the big blue steel cage or big black steel cage. Scotty 2 Hotty versus the Hurricane. And this is also, during the invasion prior to the end of the invasion at Survivor Series. Big Show versus DDP. WCW Tag Team Elimination Match. APA, the Hardy Boys, and the Dudley Boys. Tajiri versus Regal. WCW title match. Kurt Angle versus Chris Jericho. A Divas Tag Team match. Lita and Tori versus Mighty Molly and Stacy Keibler with guest referee Trish Stratus. And for the WWF Championship, Stone Cold Steve Austin versus The Rock. Very cool. It was always cool to see, Austin and Rock going at it, whether it was WrestleMania or Raw, SmackDown, or a pay-per-view like Rebellion. They always put on a hell of a match. And finally, Rebellion 2002. This is the era of Brock Lesnar, and I love that metallic fist, the way they kind of made it look like steel. This was Brock Lesnar in his prime. Now we're in the WWE era. We have the WWE, traditional home video logo. So very cool. Disc art, fairly similar to the cover, just without Brock. And once again, these were usually towards the end of October, early November. So this was October 26, 2002, Manchester, England, once again. And we had an event of special stipulations and action that made it a night to remember. Very cool screenshots here with Angle, Guerrero, Rey Mysterio, Jamie Noble. You got Lesnar and Edge there. You also got Guerrero and Benoit. So you got Tori Wilson in London as an extra. John Cena in Manchester. The European title match from one night only. The British Bulldog versus Shawn Michaels. Very good match. So we got an interpromotional match. Booker T versus Matt Hardy. V1. Intergender match. Getting a bad glare. Got Billy Kidman. We got Kidman and Tori versus John Cena and Dawn Marie. So this is early Cena days. Crash versus Funaki. 3-way elimination for the Cruiserweight title. Jamie Noble, Rey Mysterio, and Tajiri. We got the Big Valboski and Chuck Palumbo versus Devon and Ron Simmons. So this is like classic SmackDown brand split here, in the earlier days of the brand split. And this is also known as the kind of first SmackDown pay-per-view in the initial brand split. We got a Kiss My Ass match. Rikishi versus Albert. Tag team title match. Kurt Angle and Chris Benoit versus Eddie Guerrero and Chavo Guerrero. And then a handicap WWE title match. Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman versus Edge. And I always like that match, when you can get a sell job from Brock Lesnar, like Edge did here, it's a pretty good match. So let me know your thoughts on these guys. Comment down below if you have these in your collection. As always, we'll talk to you later. Peace.